Welcome to another episode of Roses Are Red podcast with your host, Mrs. Red Rose, her co-host, Sam I Am from the Married Couple Podcast, and AC from Midnight Media.
Welcome, everyone. Hope everybody has had a lovely freaking week because
Yes.
it's been a long week.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's the longest week. It's been the longest week.
So
God.
long.
A different week. It's been for me.
Yeah.
And we have a story for you guys tonight. One of the craziest, interesting, funny, twacky, wacky stories is how I want to call it, because it is kind of twacky, wacky.
One of the best things to come out of 2020.
Yes.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yes.
Well, and I know everybody knows the Carol Baskin song. So yes,
Carol Baskin.
we are doing it on the Tiger King tonight.
Woo.
Which
This
with
is
the
her-
mullet,
This deserves
mullet.
100,000 hours, but we'll do it in one.
yes,
You know?
the mullet does it for me.
Oh,
I always think of what's Miley Cyrus's dad?
Billy Ray.
Billy Cyrus. Yeah, when he came out with I was like, oh man, I hope these kids are not gonna do this.
Oh, they
Isn't that
are.
when-
It's such a thing now.
Isn't that when they
Okay.
came out with the Edgar look? The Edgar, they called it now the Edgar bangs, looking like he did.
Mm,
It's a Mexican thing.
Oh, all right. All right, never mind.
Looking like an
Scratch that
Edgar.
off of the list.
Looking like a damn Edgar.
So,
So Tiger King, right? Nobody's ever heard of that guy.
Nobody.
In fact, I didn't wear a shirt for him.
I know.
I'm gonna wife beater to commemorate the white trashiness of this.
Yeah, and I'm wearing, animal print because why the fuck not?
This is Carol Baskin.
Yeah.
Hey, Tiger. No, we gotta-
I never thought I'd get use out of the shirt, but here we go.
Mhm.
there you go.
So you want me to set this? You want me to tell you what?
Set the stage, yes.
Okay, well, Joe Exotic. When I say those words, it just a bubble of excitement because the man he's one of a kind, right? Like he's a one of a kind, enigmatic. Like, how can you really be this way? You have to be a character. You have to be playing a character of yourself, right? Like you're not real.
Right. He's created this caricature of either who he wants to be or how he wants to be perceived.
Well, yeah, it's been
Yeah.
years now, and the part 2 wasn't as good, but
No.
there are some really just dark parts of the documentary, and a special Miami connection for me because one of my friends actually, I know the family of one of the people that actually were interviewed as the Miami.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, very
wow.
close to the family. Mhm. So where my friend called me, he's like, "Yeah, was that Mario?" I was like, "Yeah." Yes, yep. And that was his dad. So I mean, just like my father and many, many thousands and thousands of fathers across Dade County,
hmm
they had connections to money that was weird because we grew up in the 80s, and then we had big bursts of cash at times. Weird,
Sure.
right?
hmm
And you buy yourself a snake.
Mhm.
Buy yourself a snake. Hey, fucking, you know what I want? Okay. And an
Okay.
uncontrollable beast roaming around my house. And then and when the wife is like, "Get that fucking thing out of my house," he takes it to the Everglades, which is near. We did a story not too long ago about Tavares, Florida, kind of near there.
Yes.
Threw it in and then imagine the ecological disaster you're creating when you do that times 1,000.
Well,
Like
right. I mean, here's a
birds.
species that is not indigenous to the area. Then they procreate, and then lots of them are invasive. You know what I mean? So here's
Yeah.
something that has not been a predator in this area, and now we've introduced a new predator. So
Yeah.
it's
Enough of your fancy talk. Your ecological fancy talk. All right.
I know.
Y'all,
It's
don't
funny.
fan-
Alex is in an invasive species class this year, and
No,
she
that's
calls
all-
me every
really-
Friday and is like, "Did you know this was an invasive species?" It's pretty
Almost
great.
everything's invasive, baby.
Yes, I know.
So Joe Exotic is actually born Joseph Allen Schreibvogel.
Okay.
Schreibvogel.
Uh,
In 63, so he's 61 years old. He was born in Garden City, Kansas. Definitely looks like he was born in Garden City, Kansas.
Yeah.
He also goes by Joseph Maldonado Passage, which is, you'll see why. If you guys remember the show, you'll know why.
Mhm.
His two last names, and Jonathan Michael Reevely also. And then he's definitely a character, and he is currently in jail. Spoiler alert, 4 years later, for anybody who's ever heard of this. But his claim to why he's called the Tiger King is because he kept exotic tigers on his ranch in Oklahoma.
Mhm.
And he had a zoo, basically, where even like so many people would go. Like Shaq was in the documentary that I can remember. And then, of course, no story is complete without a nemesis, right?
Right.
You have to have a nemesis. His nemesis is named
Carol Baskin.
Voldemort. The one that shall not be named. Yeah. So Carol Baskin, can't say the name without singing the song.
Right.
So Carol, imagine she's across the street and she's married to her husband. And she's pretty manipulative. You can tell that she's not not a cool lady. She puts like, "Hey, all you cool cats and kittens." Well, that's bullshit. She ain't like that. She had her husband on a leash, right? Like dog walking this motherfucker, like whatever she wanted to do, and he ends up not making it.
Right.
Right. But he had a lot of drama himself. He was trying to go back and forth and do some crazy drug deals where he was going, right?
Yes.
But yeah, let's not get to go ahead of ourselves. So after graduating from high school, which is some things we didn't know about him, he joined Eastvale Police Department. He was a cop for a while. He was promoted to chief of a small department in 1982. He was outed to his parents as being a homosexual by his estranged older brother, Yari. What's a weird name for an older brother?
Yeah.
Y-A-R-R-I.
Huh.
Yari. Weird. Excuse me.
Why? Yeah. They're estranged, and he goes, "Okay, here we go. Guess what? Your son's gay." That's a shitty way to be outed. It should be on your own terms, at least.
And in Kansas, right? Like in a place that's probably just not.
Well, right, in a place
to it.
that's especially then.
Correct. And then, but I was completely taken aback by he was a police chief.
Yeah. Right.
And then in 85, he was injured when he crashed his police cruiser into a bridge. Although he claims that the wreck has changed him over time. In 2019, the Texas Monthly said the incident was spontaneous suicide attempt.
Oh.
And the Dallas Morning News in 97 said that he was forced off the road by an unidentified vehicle during a drug investigation. Look at that.
It could be either, to be
Interesting.
honest. I mean, I can see one way, him having some issues. I can see, I'm pretty sure.
Gay drama, like from the bar, like another gay guy's like,
Yeah.
"I'll fucking run you off the road, bitch."
I mean, even from the show, it doesn't seem like he's strayed from, or that he's not ever too far from any drugs. So
No. Whew, man, that guy with no teeth. We're gonna see some memes soon. That guy with no
right.
teeth.
I mean yes, that one.
He had a whole new grill in part 2. Remember the second
Mhm.
season? He got a whole new grill. I was like, dude, take it off.
What
I
killed
like
me
it.
is like I didn't really even like dudes. He just gave me drugs, so I let him do what he wanted.
So what? Yeah, just fucking feed me like that. That's his
Feed me
basically his
meth.
like
And
his tactic to get guys
Yeah.
is just to fucking be like, here's the meth,
yeah, and let me dangle this in front of you, and
and you dangle that in front of me, and I'll dangle this in front of you.
right, Ugh.
Right, Rose?
Sure. There's a lot of dangling going on, okay?
A lot of dangling. So, but why does he love animals? Like, what the fuck happened with the cop that gets high and has homosexual encounters have to do with animals? So, soon after the accident, Exotic, we're going to call him Exotic, Mr. Exotic, moved to West Palm Beach, where he managed a pet store. And a friend worked at a drive-through safari park, which are popular, Lion Country Safari. I can tell you that for a fact, because that's literally everywhere. 37 miles to Lion Country Safari. Suck, bro, shut up. Somebody wants
Here
to see
in
your tired ass.
Nebraska, you can come see buffalo and all the
Yeah, shit that you got. Yeah.
yes, but they still call it a safari, and I'm like, nope, that's not
Safari, dude. Just because you wear khaki, you're not a safari.
Just because there's animals doesn't mean it.
Yeah, there's animals here. There's a safari in my house. So
Does that include kids? Does that include kids?
You can.
Yes.
You can. So in Arlington, Texas in 86, after closing the first pet shop and then opening another one, Arlington officials repeated code violations apparently in the shop that he had. And he had a hanging gay pride symbols, such as the United States flag with rainbow stripes in the shop windows. And he has accused the city inspectors of homophobia and of targeting the businesses with his sexual orientation. So that was 97. So I want to say this because these are parts that I don't think you can hear in the documentary. But there's definitely more to it. And he was, pandering to Trump. He was definitely like the woke of the woke. He was literally like identity politics right now.
Right.
So,
oh yeah.
Skipping ahead, in 2000, Joe Exotic acquired his first 2 tigers, which is an important distinction here, which had been abandoned. So he said that the first animal rescue in his career as a zookeeper was an 11-foot alligator with severe eye infections. Okay, that seems like a nightmare.
That would have
an alligator.
Yeah, there was a lot of gators and things, but he was about everything exotic animal. But could you imagine trying to wrangle an alligator with an eye infection? They're already, you know what I mean? They are already pissed off.
Yeah, ornery. Yeah. That, Mama said alligators so ornery because I got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
I mean, I'm sure he wasn't anything like, Steve Irwin, being able to.
In 2006, after Steve Irwin killed by a stingray, Exotic dedicated a large indoor alligator complex inside the GW Zoo in his memory.
Oh, there we go.
Naming it the Steve Irwin Memorial. Crikey, did you see the fucking look on that?
I wonder how his family felt about that. Steve Irwin's, I mean, like,
oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Crikey, you got a gay guy's name in there, like you're totally linked. So some alligators at the complex came from Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so in 2002, seeking to earn money to feed his growing menagerie of animals, Exotic partnered with a traveling magician to provide and handle tigers during the stage illusion. So he would traveling magician, and then he'd be like, voila, a tiger. And then the tiger would fucking paw it or whatever, beach ball, whatever the fuck tigers do. I would never get into a cage with a tiger. Would you?
No, I mean, look how it turned out for Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah, and they loved them, and those are their babies. Imagine us that are fucking completely strangers. Rose?
Now, a tiger cub, I would.
Shoot yourself.
Knowing that it's nefarious when you're able to pet like a tiger cub, and they're not treated very well, much brought to light by this whole Tiger King thing. I wouldn't do that. But if I had the opportunity to go to a zoo and help out and be able to interact with a tiger cub, I think that would be wonderful. Just because they're precious. But
I've touched them.
Even tigers who were brought up domestically, so to speak, are still turned on their owners. How many stories could we do about all of that? You know what I mean? They're never going to be. I mean, babies, seriously, they can turn on you. They're wild animals, for Pete's sakes. They're not meant to be domesticated.
Babies, all day long. I'll definitely hold one as a baby, but once
they're
they're
awesome.
bigger than my arm, yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Even then, they have extremely. So, have you seen? Not to go off topic, but have you guys seen what a lynx?
Oh, you froze. What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you guys know what a lynx is?
Yes. Yep.
It's a cat, pretty much crossbred with like an actual wild animal. Have you seen those, Rose?
No.
That's a big thing too. So those are getting about about this big,
Mhm.
and it's long and lean and muscular, and they have like the really long
Right.
ears.
And I mean,
Mhm.
even
Oh, those
those get
pointy.
pretty testy. You know what I mean? Even though they've been bred with a
Mhm.
domesticated animal, they, you have to be
I th-
have some sort of relationship with them before,
For sure.
I'd be for one, I'm allergic to cats, so I don't know if I could be in a room with a tiger, but I would sure, take some Benadryl and try it.
So
So
this would be like the closest you can come to like actually living with a thing that
oh yes,
could
I've
kill
seen
you.
them.
yes,
They're beautiful, but
they're
like
They're
look how
gorgeous.
beautiful.
fucking big they are, dude. Like where would you keep that fucker? And when it
And
looked
They're
at you, it was like, I'm
beautiful.
hungry. I'm hungry.
yeah,
What do you
They're
eat, bro? I'm
I
sorry.
mean, yeah,
beautiful, but far away. I'm quite all right.
The point is that a lot of people are definitely like getting these things, and like there's another one called something Maine
coon.
Coon or something like that.
Yeah, the
Right?
Maine Coon.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are beautiful too, but also they're very testy.
Yeah.
They're very
Of course.
territorial. They're, especially when they're owners, no, I'm good.
When their
I'm
owners are Joe
good.
Exotic.
Look, that's why I have kids. They could be they're my Mancoons.
Oh gosh. Uh-oh.
They get very territorial. They're very testy, and they
Very
test
possessive.
they test me every day when they wake up in the morning.
Right. So okay. Let's see. Let me see how I can do that. Okay, so where were we? So in the 2000s, Buddy, 2002, right? He for his menagerie, he took his tiger cubs, he gives it to a magician, he goes on the road with them kind of a little bit. That he earned allowed him to increase the number of adult cats that he can actually have back at the park. So to benefit his stage persona, the Joe Exotic began to behaving flamboyantly, right? So that wasn't really his
shtick.
shtick. His shtick became that because people were like, "Oh my god, this guy's hilarious,"
Mhm.
and then he could raise his standing by like making himself so flamboyant. He really kind of leaned into being gay because he
Yeah,
right, which is
of course he
fantastic.
did. Why
Sure,
not?
go for it because that they didn't reveal that till an hour in, and you were like,
Right.
"What the fuck?"
I had no idea.
So he was behaving more flamboyantly. He was wearing flashy like clothing and jewelry, and adopting his trademark bleached mullet hairstyle. And then he was the owner operator of the GW Zoo for 20 years, over 20 years, and then he left the zoo in 2018. 3 months before his arrest. So in 2018, that was the last time he was ever at his zoo. And then one of the freakiest parts of it is like the guy who tries to, what's his name? His name Jared? What's his name? The guy who buys the zoo from him and his girlfriend?
Oh yeah, that was creepy too.
It's a creepy dude, right? Like, who
Yeah.
are you?
That wasn't,
Super
yeah.
creepy.
They were, yeah. I don't know. There was all sorts of things going off on that as well.
I had a lot of things going on.
And then he was a professional wrestling commentator as well. Joe
Mhm.
Exotic was. So he had 2 programs going on with that. And then, he had, it seemed to be a productively like lucrative like business having people come and handle cubs. Like, but he had so many other animals, and I don't know if they were like, I don't think I ever doubted he kept the animals well though. Like he really cared about the animals, like no matter what, right?
No.
Yeah.
There was many times he put them down. I mean,
Mhm.
and I mean, they were viable when they were cubs because he
Mhm.
could, he could, people could come pet them. But once they
Mhm.
got to the point, I mean, they did not keep them in really good conditions. I mean, one of his workers got their arm bit off.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
right. I was
Yeah,
like,
I
nostalgia
mean,
trip.
they were not, and
Gosh,
and
wasn't it 2?
honestly, even, huh? Well, one
Another
one of the
one got the
gals,
leg, right?
or yes, you're right. One also had a leg bit off.
Yeah.
But I mean, for Pete's sakes, I mean, if they got too old or they were not, complying to what they needed, he would just shoot them. Which,
Because
I
they
mean,
eat too much meat. Think about how much shit it
right.
takes to feed them. So,
So I mean, it's not like he
like a
gave
chop
the
shop
appearance that he cared for these animals, but it was really just a money making scheme.
for sure. Let's take a look at this video from 4 months ago. So yeah, I mean, obviously he's in jail. We don't have to go chronologically with this because
No, I mean,
we know exactly what. But he's obviously always tried to like get his sentence commuted, or
yes.
get less time, get the fuck out of jail. He even appealed to President Trump at the time, or President-elect Trump, when he
I mean,
wanted a pardon.
technically he ran against him in 2016.
Exactly. So then, like, now you want a pardon?
Right.
Like, you know what? All right, I'm not going to be able to beat you, but all right.
I
But
remember when he called the limo and he had this big like thing going on.
It's kind of funny that
gotta see him.
he received 962 votes in Colorado.
Yeah, I was just looking
Oh,
at thing.
nationwide. Sorry, nationwide. Still,
I mean,
that's crazy.
it's a tiny percentage, obviously, but like those are the people who are like really fed up with like our politics, and they're like, you know what, fucking Tiger King is better than you.
And
You know,
ran for governor in Oklahoma and received 664 votes there.
he did. He absolutely did.
Now he did finish last against the libertarian candidates, but still, he still got 664 votes. They're like, I don't like that guy or that guy, but you know,
The cane was
Joe Exotic is fine.
when he started doing those ads for himself and he did the cane.
Yes.
That was like one of the best things, bro. Like, it was the best shit I've ever seen. I was rolling in my house, rolling. All right, let's
animals. Okay, I'm done with the harassment from the animal rights people. I've learned a lesson, and sitting in a jail cell, I kind of feel how they felt now, and I should have provided them with a lot more than I did.
Who does his hair in jail? Is he
I
asked
don't
to
know,
like the jailhouse barber to do that?
Bubba.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
But then he has to get it bleached still. I mean,
That's what I mean. Like, there's more to it.
yeah.
Conversation with the former Tiger King, now an inmate in the Santa Rosa County Jail.
Joseph Maldonado, aka Joe Exotic, the former star of a
There he is,
Netflix
there he
hit
is.
series, taking to our Lacey Beasley today.
Yeah, the former zoo owner and big cat lover was convicted of
Big
a
cat
murder
lover.
for hire scheme. Now, Lacey, he had a lot to say.
Yeah, he did, Ariel and Lee. Because of restrictions at the jail, we were not able to meet in person, though Joe Exotic unveiled a lot on that video chat. He was brought to Santa Rosa County last
Oh.
week for a civil lawsuit. He
Almost too much. He shared way too much, actually.
She's
It
like,
was
we had to
way-
do a lot of editing.
Yeah, it was really fucking crazy.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
Prepaid call from Joe Exotic.
Many of you know him as the overnight sensation star of Netflix's Tiger King. Joseph Maldonado is better known as Joe Exotic. From the docuseries, he's now behind bars and has been incarcerated since before the show aired. He tells me
This should be this should answer every question that you have about how people get famous in jail.
Right.
Like, he's literally doing a campaign to get his face everywhere, and then Netflix happened, and then he went to jail.
Right.
Like, and that's how you look. Like, we're talking about him today.
Exactly.
6, 7, 8 years later, you know,
I mean, he resides in my mind all the time.
all the time.
Oh yeah.
Every time I'm like, "Fuck you," I'm like channeling this guy, you know, because he has real concerns. I was listening to him like really carefully, you know. Does your husband like? Did he like the Tiger King, Rose?
We watched it together. I mean, I'm sure he took plenty of naps during it, but yeah, we
No question.
watched it together.
No question.
He
No
was like,
question.
catch me up on what happened the last time.
Yeah. Well, this guy was gay, really gay, and this guy.
Yeah, it was
What
nutty.
about you, Rose?
No, he didn't. I watched it with one of my nights that I couldn't sleep. I was like, I'm gonna watch the show, and it just happened to pop up on my page. I was like, oh, let me see this.
It was like up your ass. Like every time you'd open Netflix, it was like.
Well, no, that's so my kids. That's what they sometimes when we're out and about shit, my kids go. So you're the Mexican mom.
Mm, mm.
So
Look at that
was
face.
like-
Look at that. Look at that. That's iconic right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see.
prison after a jury convicted him of 2 counts of murder for hire, 8 counts of violating the Lacey Act for falsifying wildlife records, and 9 counts of violating the Endangered Species Act. That involves shooting and killing 5 tigers in 2017 without a veterinarian present. The murder for hire involves his longtime nemesis, Carol Baskin. Another
I use those words
It was a
exactly.
Fruit Loop. Anyway, Carol Baskin. Sorry, what words exactly?
Nemesis. Nemesis
Yes,
is not a
nemesis.
word you use every day, but
No, it's a
Um,
great word though.
it's a great word. We got 27 tigers, and 5 of them without a veterinarian present.
So yeah, he killed 5 tigers he shot them rather than waiting for a veterinarian
That would have told him
to
no.
come and
please don't do
euthanize them,
Mhm.
or let's place them somewhere else where they're not going to bite a human and they can just live their lives without you being a dick to them. Pretty much. I don't know.
Do you care about the lives of tigers, Rose?
I do. I mean, I think they're beautiful animals. I wouldn't keep them in, at home or anything, but
But what if you had a big ranch in Colorado in
I don't know. I mean, I think
Oklahoma?
tigers should be out in the jungle. You know what I mean? They need the jungle atmosphere. I don't know. I don't know how Oklahoma is. I've never been there, so I have no idea.
Not a jungle. It's not a jungle, and they it's like savanna. It's like that, yellow green grass for as far as I can see. But they don't belong here for sure.
Is it dry heat there though?
No, it's fairly humid.
It's humid.
Yeah, it's very humid.
Yeah. Which is kind of like the jungle, but it doesn't matter. They don't belong here. They belong in Bengal, right? Like
Well,
belong in
they
Bengal.
do, and I understand conservation efforts, and I mean, to be fair, zoos are really not. I know we we try to do a really good job of making sure they have good lives, but these animals aren't meant to be captive. They're not, however, and again, I understand conservation and bringing them into zoos, but there's not really programs to, breed and then go out and, get them into the wild. They're here for our amusement, let's go I love going to the zoo. I love looking at the tiger. It's a really cool thing to see, but are there tigers supposed to be in Nebraska? No, they're not,
Yo, have you ever seen a liger?
They're beautiful, but we shouldn't do that either. I mean,
do a tiger and a lion together, dog?
I mean,
Is there one?
aren't they mules where they can't reproduce?
I piqued her in her interest. What's that, Rose?
Is there one out there? A tiger and a lion?
Liger?
Yes, there's ligers. Yes.
Say liger.
Liger?
Liger. It's real now.
It's a real thing. Yes.
Really? I've never even heard of that.
But it has to be a certain way. It has to be like tiger mom, lion dad, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then because if it's the other way around, then it's called something else.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So none of that.
But does it work the other way around? It ought to.
It does work. It's just called something else. Liger.
So again, could a liger and a liger mate, or is it like a mule that it's meaning like a mule is a horse and a donkey, and they cannot reproduce?
Exactly.
So
Because
is that something that can happen?
a liger is a hybrid offspring of a male lion. From the genus Panthera, Leo, and then a tigris, which is a tiger, and it has to be a male lion and a girly tiger, and that's the offspring is called a liger, and then the opposite hybrid is called a tigon.
A tigon. I like that better. I
Yeah,
really
I
like that better.
I'd rather be a tigon.
Look at him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, sexy little fucking feline. Yeah. So so I don't know if you had any of those, but yeah, Rose, for real, they can be 500 pounds.
Jesus.
Mhm.
Does it say if they like a liger and a liger can have an offspring, or does it have to be always? I'm just really.
I understand how to word it. Liger on liger sex.
No, not like that.
Why not?
Reproduction. Jesus Christ.
Okay, whatever.
Oh, 8 astonishing liger facts.
Yeah, the liger's a hybrid.
Yes.
Female tiger, right? But what happens if they fuck?
Right.
Largest living cat. Oh, it's the largest living cat. I think we had the one in Miami was called Hercules. He was absolutely.
He's probably
ridiculous. Okay. Oh, I think this is pornography.
That's not a good
idea.
No,
that's okay.
No.
Click on the facts.
I really want to ask. Let's
I
ask.
thought you were gonna say click on the.
Let's ask.
They have an OF.
Oh, come on. No, it's okay. Let's start over. What happens when ligers mate? Does it dilute the genes? So it
Nothing's
says,
coming up on our end. Your screen.
oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my apologies. I was like, why are you guys not talking about this?
Because we don't see it.
I know. I don't want it. Sorry. So when ligers,
Oh, you muted.
Oh, you muted.
So fertility, most male ligers are sterile, meaning that they cannot reproduce. However, female ligers can be fertile and may mate with other lions and tigers. See that?
thank
Okay.
you.
That's awesome. The offspring of a female liger mate, if a female liger mates with a lion, the offspring is a liliger.
Where do you see that?
Number 2.
A
Liligere.
litigon.
No. Oh, okay.
Liti. Litigon. I mean, I know.
If she mates with a tiger, it's a litigon. So if it's with a lion, it's a liliger. If it's with a,
I'm sorry, I took that away from you. My apologies.
Fine.
So I want. No, I'm sorry. I'll put it right back.
No, you're fine.
That's the. I wanted to bring the picture in, but
No, that's fine. I like that. So that's a liger. Do we have a picture of a the other one? Anyway, these hybrids will have a mix of traits from all 3 species: lion, tiger, and liger.
which is crazy. Because now a liger is its own species, right?
Yeah, but males are sterile, so only the females can reproduce, which is insane. Oh,
There you go.
Oh, look at that.
pretty.
So gorgeous. I mean,
We
the lion
probably
face.
shouldn't have messed with it, but they're beautiful.
I wonder if that would have never ever happened in evolution, huh? Like in just naturally.
I don't think so. I mean, I think traditionally species, a tiger mates with a tiger. They're not going to go, hey, lion, come here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like it. You know what? You're sexy.
Right, exactly.
I like your. Should I say it? Oh fuck! I was gonna say it.
But
this is the perfect time to say that I like your. You have a pretty pussy. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
No. God damn it! I hate myself so much.
So the liger male is going to be bigger than the tigon male, though. It looks like.
But because look how big the tiger male is, and the.
Well, yeah, lion males are bigger than. Well, they're around the same. They're not all that different.
Ferocious. I mean, 500 pounds. That's about right.
Right.
The lioness and the tigress are both smaller, but it just depends.
Right.
Who's getting it and what they're going to pop out. The liger is the biggest of all of them. Yeah. Wow, this is extremely. Did you know any of this, Rose? You didn't?
No, they're gorgeous.
I will never forget it now, though.
Now it's going to be ingrained in your fucking mind.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we have a little video that Copilot gave us. Give me a sec.
All right.
A little video that Copilot gave us. Mating ligers.
Oh,
they're mating.
Yeah, that's probably. It's educational, folks. It's
National
Geographic.
They're just whispering in each other's ears.
Get the fuck off of me, man.
Yeah, like don't they have barbed wired penises? Don't cats have that the barbs? Their penis is like this, and then like there's barbs that don't let you like extract if you haven't finished.
No, I don't think that's it. I think that's what is it? What am I thinking of? I don't think it's cats though. Now I'm looking it up. My Google history.
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe I looked up tiger on Tiger's side. So we go here, and then we're gonna continue with when you look that up, I'm gonna continue with the old But Copilot, man, I can't believe you.
Okay.
You brought me this. You brought me mating ligers.
I don't know if I ever needed to see this.
Fucking
Many
read it.
mammalian species have developed penile spines along the
Mhm.
glands or the shaft.
Say shaft. Yeah.
Felines, especially domestic cats, are well known for having penile spines. Upon withdrawal, a cat's penis, the spines rake the walls of the female's vagina, which may serve as a trigger for ovulation. Many other felid species have have penile spines, but are relatively small. But they are relatively small in jaguars and jaguars and
Jaguars
and pumas, and do not occur in margays. I don't know what that is. That's another feline.
So
also, this is
fuck, I'm gonna have to look up what it looks
chimpanzees
like.
and mice also have them. I don't know. Now
They're called penile spikes.
Yeah, penile spikes. They're keratinized penile
What are we doing?
spikes. So it's
What are we
like
doing?
I don't fucking know.
Oh no.
What?
That is nothing those. I'm looking at humans right now. So
Oh,
many
don't do that.
humans. I can't look away and I can't figure out how to work a computer right now. Get out of my face.
All we see is mating ligers right now. So
Yeah, that's all we see.
maybe
is,
we should take that down.
I just got out of it. Oh my god.
We go down.
No, that's good. I
rabbit
wanted
holes.
that. That's always good. It's always good. What I'm saying is, holy shit. What I
from
just looked
Tiger
up,
King.
I looked at many penises like getting spiked. It was bad. I'm traumatized.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'll go back to Tiger King. I'm so sorry.
Tiger King.
Share screen. I'm so sorry. So yeah, wow. I need to. All right. So Joe Exotic is in jail. He wants to get out. We were talking about how he ran for political office a bunch of times, and it's just a big campaign, and that's how people get the Gypsy Rose status, and that's how people want to marry. You know, I'm sure guys. You know, there's a couple gay guys in the world that want to marry him very badly for whatever
Oh,
reason.
I'm sure. I know he has some groupies. So
For sure. All right, let's hear a little bit more about what he has to say. He's gotten fat.
Well, I mean, he's not doing the drugs anymore.
True, meth
He's
does
getting
keep you.
3 squares a day. you know what I
You
mean?
ain't getting spun. You ain't getting spun, boy.
Okay. Second thing I'm going to do is go to Fort Smith, Arkansas, and hang on to Seth like he's never going anywhere again. Then I have been offered a world tour to do a concert. And then my
He's a musician.
long-term
Oh, that's
goal
right,
is
'cause
to
he's
testify in
He
front of
doesn't
No,
sing.
yeah. And I have some of his.
He
Yeah.
Milli Vanilli'd his
Oh, yeah.
songs.
We
He
have
totally
some of-
Milli Vanilli'd his songs.
For sure, 1,000%. I can't sing. And they offered a
No.
world tour. Fuck out of here. So what, Milli Vanilli? Girl, you
Congress about prison and justice reform.
Would you go back to the big cat industry? Go back to having
Yes,
cats?
immediately.
I would not go back to owning any animals. Okay, I'm done with the harassment from the animal rights people. I've learned a lesson, and sitting in a jail cell, I kind of feel how they felt now, and I should have provided them with a lot more than I did.
You are known as Tiger King.
Correct.
Are you still Tiger King even from behind bars?
I will forever be the Tiger King.
I think that's a great place to stop it. Yeah,
He's forever the Tiger King.
forever the Tiger King. Funny that you should mention his music career. But yeah. I mean, what do you
Nuts.
what do you guys have up to this point?
I mean,
We're not really
Man.
exploring Carol Baskin's side. Like we're not really doing that. We're kind of doing the
right.
other.
For him, I think he's either or both a genius and delusional. You know what I mean? In the way he has set up his life, even with running for president. I mean, a governor. He also in. It's funny. I'm reading here on Wikipedia in 2022, he expressed interest in running for president with Andrew Tate. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? The man just doesn't stop. You know what I mean?
It's relentless. It's relentless.
And again, so he's either, and I'm not bringing politics into this, he's either a genius or delusional or a combination of both. I think that's kind of, he found a way to make money. You know what I mean?
After struggling a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he came up, and even though he went down the road of being a cop and whatever, I'm sure he had his struggles, especially given his age with being, with being gay and having it being accepted, which is awful. You should not do that. But then now he's in this world where it is accepted, and he
Part of
can
his persona,
he
like
can
you
use
can,
it. Yes,
you
and
can.
I mean, nope. I'm not going to say that, but well, kind of.
Don't say
Okay,
it, say
I
it.
might say it. So you know how Richard Simmons was just so flamboyant and amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was kind of like the white trash version of Richard Simmons, only for exotic animals. Does that make sense? Do you see the correlation? Like he's like
course,
gonna
but-
be flamboyant and he's out there and like, come see me, see my animals. I'll do these
self-
magic tricks. But
Shameless self-promotion.
yes, I
Willing
mean,
to partner with anyone.
right. I mean, whatever.
Mhm.
Even if you're on totally opposite sides of the political spectrum,
The hustle's real. The hustle's real.
yeah, he
Absolutely.
definitely hustled.
He also hustled music.
He did.
Oh God.
Here's Kitty. I don't know who he got, but that looks just like Carol Baskin.
I know. I was like, how did he get her to be in his
God.
video?
Oh Lord.
I don't
have
hate.
mercy.
I don't hate the guitar riff. I don't hate the
No.
guitar riff.
I mean, I
It's-
gotta say, even though they weren't him singing, they were horrible, but some of
Yeah.
them have some redeeming qualities.
Can you
I-
fast? Can you fast forward a part where we could hear his voice?
You mean right now?
She was a rich woman, she had rich taste, she felt the blood running through her veins.
All
She
right.
liked the life she had, she loved.
Why is he a priest?
Why does he? Yeah, I was gonna say, why does he look like a priest?
He's a preacher.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
that's why do anything? Like why?
For the show of it.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, let's. I want to hear the chorus of the song. I remember liking it very much.
Yes.
They're a Ford dealership.
Big cats and the beauty of being untamed.
Ooh, I see all that fucking cat money, that big cat money.
I can't get over the priest outfit.
I mean, who knew that exotic animals, I mean, in this respect, like a little bitty, side of the road zoo or sanctuary brought so much money.
It's
You know
not,
what I mean?
and I would imagine a broker or someone that like just trafficked them to you would make the money.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but
Who'd
not.
have- yeah, this is the hill they died on. you
Yeah,
know?
I pledge my life to Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Anchor my identity to this now, forever. Good Lord. And then he's
Where
like,
is-
no.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't care anymore. Like you
Yeah,
think
I
that's
wouldn't.
no.
I'm tired of dealing with, PETA.
Thing was fine, just as sweet as wine, but her husband went and disappeared.
Are you
Don't
sure
worry.
that's not
Then
her?
it got a little crazy, it got
Positive,
a
it would-
little hazy, and the cops said there's something wrong here. Oh, here.
He doesn't even lip sync well.
No, it's awful.
He doesn't even
It's
lip
like, don't you know your own song?
No. Well, because
I
why?
he
don't
didn't.
know. That are you sure that's not her?
It's not
That
her.
looks like
I am.
her.
It does, and I was gonna say like how
It's her
how do you-
doppelganger for sure.
how do you do that? You're like looking for a Carol Baskin lookalike. Must be 61 years old.
Well, I mean, even before, they made this whole documentary prior to him being arrested. So, I mean, before this was a thing, he
Mhm.
was like, I casting call. I need
Yeah.
anybody who looks like this
Yeah.
bitch. I'm putting her picture out. If you think you look like her,
We're gonna
you
make
know,
a killer video, guys.
Yeah.
Killer video.
kill her.
I will never financially recover from this.
Kitty, kitty. Just got some treats for
Okay. Let's discuss the human head.
you. Got some treats.
Oh my God.
This is so funny.
What's happening here?
I don't know. Why are you? Is it
I
playing?
think that's her. I think that's her.
No, it's not. It's paused here. Like, look at the
Oh.
the
Oh,
human
what's happening
tray.
here? That is
Yeah.
her feeding her husband
right?
to the cats.
Is that the metaphor?
That's the
Yeah.
metaphor there. That is
Got
the
it.
yeah. That is the
Okay.
Because remember, they never found him, and
Yeah.
she had her own cats, and
And do you think she is the ultimate? What they're saying here is that she fed her husband to
Yes.
the cat.
yes.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Okay. Got it.
I mean,
So-
how would they? How would they?
No, that's
know?
exactly what he's implying here.
But wait, is it? What about? But what? I mean, they don't eat the bones.
Oh, they
Mhm.
eat everything.
Mhm.
Do you know? Do you know if I
Oh,
wanted
do
to get
they?
rid of your body? You know, if I wanted to get rid of your body, the
Pigs.
best way to do that?
Pigs.
Pigs. Feed
Pigs.
you to the pigs.
I mean,
Pigs eat
hasn't-
Why?
bone like butter. They eat everything.
that was
They
from
eat everything.
Hannibal, right? That
They-
was in the movie Hannibal.
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. When he says
That too.
yeah.
And then
feed me to
yeah.
the pigs. And they just chew through bone, everything. They eat everything but the shoes. Everything.
Jesus.
Pigs are
Yeah.
ferocious. They eat a lot. And okay, I never saw the human thing before. The human head before. I never read
Yeah.
it before. Like,
Yep.
she has your shirt on.
Reach
does?
for you, oh, here, kitty, kitty. You can't find this taste in the zoo. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. Oh, Mama Carol, she sure loves you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty.
Imagine writing a song and then like your arch nemesis's name is in it. Like, right?
Imagine hating somebody so much
And
and
you write
having a nemesis so bad that you're like, I'm gonna write this song that implicates you in this murder that I have nothing to do with, but
like hard, like really
But
implicates you, like
fuck
with
you,
like
bitch.
with some
Yeah.
evidence.
yeah.
Look how rusty those those
I've said that before. Damn, you look fucking really mad rusty in that fucking tongue.
Oh, look at that! It's just like no.
Yeah, it's sexual.
The
Get
cat
it,
doesn't
seriously.
care about the rusty tongs.
No, that's what you look
They
at.
just want
Like,
the meat.
I'm looking at Carol Baskin's doppelganger feeding tigers with a head thing, with a head. Like
On a
you had to go get
platter.
that. You had to go get that in order to make the symbolism happen.
Yes.
Where'd you get that? Goodwill. So cut the
Yeah,
head
I
off a
mean,
mannequin.
some consignment for a closed department store.
Well, exactly. Are you going to use that? I'll get that off your hands.
Yep.
More preacher shit. Yeah.
See, look at her. She's trying to hand him the hand.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
I'm trying to think. Well, you want to eat this now?
You want this? I'll give you
Yeah,
this.
she's literally, dude, is literally like telling the world.
Yes,
I
this
believe
is. I believe this is what
that-
happened.
that
Yeah.
woman fed like incredible.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
pretty nutty.
Yeah, and when you put that all together, you're like, holy shit, dude! Like,
Again, to
zero
hate
fuck.
someone that bad, or I mean, what? Okay, hold on. What was in his hand?
Where?
Okay, just go back just a touch. He had his hand up, and it looked like he had a glove on. Okay,
Oh, he did. What is that?
Is that poop?
it looks like shit.
No.
I think so. What is he saying at this
yeah.
moment? It looks like
Let
he
me
has a glove and tiger shit in his hand.
Read what the CC on.
But you can't prosecute, there's just no use. There's nothing left but tiger trap.
Good shit, guys.
It is.
Confirmed. Good shit.
Oh my god!
He felt the need to be like, you know what?
I'm not going to
Let's really
just say it. Let me show
Drive
it.
the fucking point home. I need to. You guys want to see tiger shit? I got you.
Barf. Oh,
Those are the reactions I pay for. I would
No.
pay for it. If I had to. Barf. Yeah, when you realize he played with tiger shit for a minute.
oh.
I mean,
God.
you
Oh,
think,
That
okay,
line-
so my
line
mind
was
goes to the fucking when they're trying to plan out this video, and I know or this song that they're spitballing ideas, or whatever.
I
and he's
know.
like,
I know what to do.
I know what to do. I'm gonna put shit or whatever in this song, but I gotta But in this video, to drive it home, I gotta pull up some cat shit and put it on my hands and
But
show
how
it.
you gonna do it? It doesn't rhyme. And he's like, you know what I'll call it? Tiger tracks.
Yes.
And then I'll rhyme it with another word around the track.
Exactly.
You know what I
I
mean?
feel like I need
That
some moonshine right about now.
Take a shot.
Oh.
Anybody have alcohol around them?
I don't. I drank my wine. I could
I
get
do.
some quick. Hold on. I'll be 2 seconds.
2 shakes. I'll see you in 2 shakes. So yeah, Rose. There you go.
How? What? Why? What? Just
Why, what?
oh,
You know why. You
that's
know
just
why.
so gross. That's just so gross.
You know
I
why. He's
cannot.
like, it's a shocking thing. You gotta, you know.
No. Oh Lord, have mercy.
You know, like this, and then we're gonna share that, and then look at this. The whole brand. Look, people used to come to see him. People used to actually come to see him, and he would put out those, you know, really exotic shirts on as well. Very intricate shirts. Yeah, intricate shirts, man. Why was his leg injured? Like, why did he use a cane? Because of a tiger?
Because of a tiger.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure one of the tigers that got him got by him. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. I know Gaga very well. Country music. Don't let me forget.
I know.
To remind you that I'm a country music artist, despite the country music you're about to hear.
Right. Shot.
Cheers.
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 The Tigers.
This morning with the sunshine in my eyes. All the clouds and took the rain that came inside.
I can't with this music. I'm sorry. It's killing my ears. I would
You don't
rather
like-
listen. I would rather
don't
listen
like,
to JoJo Siwa versus this shit.
Oh, not me. I'd rather listen to this than JoJo Siwa.
But if I had to choose, but I mean,
Gun to
but
my head.
It's horrible. This is a horrible song.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. You're right.
It's all promoting his business.
Yeah, it's all self. That's why we're playing. It's all self promotion. And then he told like everybody, hey everybody, be cool. I'm gonna do like this
Right.
video photo shoot. He tried to make it sound like way more important than it was. He's like, y'all gonna be in a video, music video, you know? And right, he sold it that way. And everybody's like, really? Like, oh yeah, you're gonna be in a music video. Music video, because I'm a country music star, you see. I have to keep reminding you that.
Look at his face right
Do we
there.
have
like-
any video, or can you find any video of him actually singing
Yeah.
and not the Milli Vanilli version?
Joe Exotic original 3 years ago. Let's see. I mean, you can't trust anything.
Because I'm pretty sure it was on the thing.
Oh, wasn't that his
Oh,
boy?
God.
Wasn't that his?
Oh,
Wasn't
Tiger.
that his
It
boyfriend?
was. It was.
I'll tell you
No,
right now,
it's
buddy.
still Milli Vanilli.
Wasn't that his boyfriend
Yes.
Yeah, the one with no teeth.
or his husband? Right? Because I think they got
Husband.
married, right?
Well, they did,
Uh-huh.
and now said husband is with a woman.
With a woman.
Oh,
Because all he was just there for literally like his husband that he like went out of his way for to like court and do this whole marriage thing was just like, hey, do you have drugs? I'll fucking marry
He
you. and I'll
literally
suck
was
your
like,
dick."
"I'm not gay. I'm
Not
not
gay.
even bi,
Yeah, I'll
but
suck your dick if
you
some
have
meth.
drugs, so
Yeah.
I'll let you do whatever for the drugs."
You can finger my butthole if you give me meth.
Yeah.
Oh my
Rose.
god! This is why I didn't listen to his music because I didn't want to go down this rabbit hole. Because I'm like,
listens to his music. Like, what are you into? I don't know, maybe like Joe Exotic. You ever heard of that?
I
Really
wonder.
like
I
this
wonder.
now?
I'd like to know for our audience. Have you?
Ooh.
Do you guys like his music? I want to know anybody who
Hold on.
listens to this. Do you guys like his music? And if you do,
This is a
let
meme.
us know. And why do you like it?
If you like his music, I want to fight you immediately. Like, I want to fight you because
In the mud ring.
And
With
I'm-
Joe Exotic.
Oh,
with Joe Exotic being the referee.
maybe KY wrestling or like cornflake wrestling. Like it's a little scratchy, but that was good. Oh God, I can't even put the sound. I couldn't. And this is the most sophisticated one he has, and I couldn't put the sound up anymore.
Yeah.
So, I do kind of want to find him talking. I think
Did
that's
you see the
important.
one? Did you see the one where he's in jail and he does a phone call and he's talking about that. He's like, I even threw what they say here in jail with the bar soaps. That's all a lie. I threw it down and nobody comes near me.
ain't nobody fucking me. Oh yeah, this is the best. This is what I was talking about. Joe Exotic's message to Trump.
Yes.
They're talking directly out of that. Oh boy, this is comedic gold.
Gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29. This one goes out once again to all the presidential candidates and the politicians and the city council members and everybody of the United States, as well as some of you American citizens, because you can learn just as much from these videos as the politicians can. Let me start off by saying, in no means during any of these videos am I threatening the United States government, law enforcement agencies, or anybody.
By no means
Just
am I
because
threatening.
You have to say that. You are definitely threatening the government.
Let me say this. By no means. By no means.
This is the most replayed version of the part.
Big Cat Symposium that they put on up there in Kansas City because I'm so-called dangerous. I am far from dangerous for any kind of law enforcement agency or the government, but I'll guarantee you and I'll back up this promise. A first time Wayne Pacelle or any of his fucking nuts, or Carol Baskin or PETA crawl this fence and try and hurt any of my animals again, you can guarantee I'm gonna put a cap in your ass to make you squirm around on the ground, and then I'm gonna put a bullet right between your fucking eyes. They burned me down once. You politicians and you governors and all these other people that make laws need to understand that these motherfuckers are crawling in the fences at night at facilities just like mine and poisoning the animals and burning shit down. March of 26th, they crawled in our park while I was gone at a funeral.
Yeah, I'm taking a breath.
I know.
Homie doesn't even breathe.
No.
He's so passionate, dog.
I'll guarantee.
I'll guarantee it. You think I'm gonna stop? You think I'm gonna stop fucking talking?
I'll put a bullet through their eyes.
Right there, fucking all them lawyers and cops that make laws. I don't know.
I sent you that clip on Instagram where on Telegram where it's where he says when he was in prison.
Okay.
Like
come
on Telegram.
Okay, I got it. Okay, now.
Oh my gosh. He
overnight in Chicago, and they blew up my alligator house in my recording studio and killed 7 alligators and 1 crocodile and burned that shit to the ground.
What? What?
It kind of reminds me. This is bad. Of a Get Yosemite Sam, like you rootin' tootin' son of a gun.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What was that character on Bugs Bunny? Do you remember Bugs Bunny?
Yosemite Sam.
There you go.
That's right. He walks around. He's
brandishing his a little bitty guy.
Legs like that, like King of the Hill, like Cotton on King of the Hill. Yeah. That big. Oh man. We have to watch this other most replayed version, the part that we just have to.
We got one of them dickheads, a goddamn human being. But I'll tell you something. You start bullshit going on with cops getting a little bit of trigger happy and a little bit of defensive. Now, I'm going to admit some of these cops go a little bit overboard. The first cop that throws me on the ground and puts a knee in my back of my head and rubs my head in the concrete, you bet your ass I'm going to fight back. They can make you kneel and put your hands behind your back and treat you like a goddamn human being. But
I bet he would like that. He would have actually.
I mean, he might have. Yeah.
Thinking that too. I was like, he was listing everything. I was like, I think he likes that, bro. He kind of wants.
He's
that.
very specific. You know, like usually you're that specific when you're like into it.
Fucking arm until it almost fucking breaks at that point. It's like very.
You're right. It's very.
Kiss my neck. At that very moment, kiss my neck. So copy link. Ooh, look at that. Well, up to Roses.
And I'll tell you something. You start getting some of these people to pull their fucking pants up and their ass not showing and walk around and treat people with respect and open some doors for some elderly people and start busting their ass in school like we used to when we were kids. And you'd have a whole lot less trigger finger happy cops. Last thing I got to bitch about.
I mean, the edits on that thing are so fucking insane where they're like, ka-chuk, boom, and then you can tell he was like, last thing, you know what I mean?
And the last thing I have to bitch about. Rose, this is the same interview. I'm sure they're going to present it differently, but it's the same interview we were just watching.
Oh, was it? Okay. So yeah, he says in the beginning where he's like,
Okay, let's watch
drop
it.
this bar of soap and
Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, because I don't have to watch the whole fucking thing. So boom,
Yeah.
boom.
Neat.
On the stalls, and the shower is private. The bullshit about dropping the soap in prison. Man, I've thrown my whole shampoo bottle on the ground. Nobody come. Somebody me my whole life.
You're like, I've dropped this for 2 damn weeks and nobody's came in.
2 damn
Hey,
weeks.
man.
I'm trying to get some, bro.
And another thing about prison is all of them good-looking guys that are built on television. That's bullshit too, because they're all fat from eating commissary junk food.
See, they're all fat. That's why he's fat.
Exactly.
Only got him in a cage. Well, you got me in. Okay, Fort Worth. There's no doors. Okay, it's like an open campus dorm with 1,400 dudes. So it's kind of like a smorgasbord, really. But
Smorgasbord.
Have you had any contact at all with Carol since you've been in?
No.
No? That's probably for the best, huh?
Yeah.
Man.
He heard it. He was like, Carol? He started fucking short circuiting.
He's like, fuck that bitch. Fuck her.
Bitch, bitch,
Right.
bitch, bitch. Fuck that bitch.
Not
fuck
really.
that bitch.
Fuck her with somebody else's dick who's
So,
actually
yeah.
straight.
I would fuck her with your dick. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anything else we want to?
I don't know. This has been fun.
A year
It's been
ago.
fun.
Let's see. So they have something called. I went through his YouTube channel a couple of like, I don't know, maybe like a year ago, a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And it was fun because there was like a lot of things that you were there to discover, and then like little behind the scenes things that you it kind of pieces in to like the story that you were trying, like the narrative that you were trying to unfold, because there was more
Right,
to it.
right,
Like,
yeah.
YouTube was almost like a companion where you were like, oh fuck, he was doing that during that time, so that was cool. This is going to do a little. How much are we doing on time?
We're about there, but we can see one more
Last
thing,
thing.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, last thing. Excuse me. So what about while I do this, should we do a deep dive? Like, is there enough content here? Because if we break apart the case, I think so. But if we're doing,
I mean, we can do this on another show if we want. I mean, I think
Not very
there's
much.
plenty to go into.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think our live audience would really appreciate it.
Yes.
Yes.
So maybe not next week, but the week after we revisit.
Sounds good to me. I know we have one in the works. You want to name it? What we have?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do Aaron Hernandez, the Patriots tight end, who
Football season.
yes, with football coming up. I'm so excited for football.
It's like the after tomorrow, dude.
I know. I'm so excited. I mean, it's gonna be amazing. So
Place a bet. Any bet, please. Somebody throw a fucking ball.
I mean, I'm excited for fantasy. Our fantasy, Dave's in my fantasy team because we're jointly on a team. Is facing last year's Super Bowl winner of our fantasy league. We were second. We faced her. Yeah. So in the opener, we are facing her, and should be fun, especially because it will be a bachelorette party weekend. So,
Oh.
so Skylar,
What is Skylar going to do? What is it?
what are we doing for the bachelorette party? Or
Yeah, because I know
yeah.
Dave just went on Joe's, so
Yes, so we're going to a cabin in Wagner, South Dakota, right by a river. We're going to have a really great time. It's going to be like 10 of us, and we're going to go do river things. And
river things are my favorite things.
yes, go drink by the river, float down the river. I don't know what the fuck we're going to do.
River it up.
I'm making for the first night, I'm making my Nana's Sunday sauce because they wanted spaghetti that night. I'm like, I'll make the
Oh,
sauce.
Sunday gravy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
it was always zugu. It was always sauce in our family. It was never gravy, but
And I always knew it as sauce, but everybody said gravy, so I switched over. And now people are eating sauce
there's
now.
a divide in the Italian community, whether it's sauce or gravy. We always called it zugu. But we were, but again, maybe this is just me. I don't want jarred sauce. Even if I make a quick sauce, it's going to be homemade. You know what I mean?
All it takes is putting
is
scoring the tomato, putting it in hot water.
Yeah, I know.
Taking the skin off, and you cook it.
You know how it's easier to make for me, and it tastes better. It's easier to make a homemade sauce than to pour something from a jar. I mean, have I used jar sauce in the past only for like goulash? You know,
but never Prego. Like that's like I'm never going there. Like if it's jarred, it's because it's like the fucking $14 fucking
right, exactly.
That was just me.
But honestly, it takes just as much time because I'm going to doctor up the jar sauce anyway.
Right.
It takes just as much time to do a quick sauce but I am going to make traditional Sunday sauce that will cook all day, or at least hours. I put pork in it because you have to. It just,
of course,
yeah.
Pork sausage, but
no. I'll just do like a either a pork rib. My nana used to get unsmoked ham hocks and put them in. So honking big honking meatballs. I don't know how to make a meatball small. I mean, there are at least baseball size.
Big honking balls. God damn.
But no, that's what we're doing. We're gonna have so much fun. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to go on this.
You're gonna give other women your sauce, and then you're going to.
And then we're just gonna have a fucking crazy fucking weekend, and it's gonna be great.
All women, no strippers,
right? No, well, we're in the middle of South Dakota.
Strippers in South Dakota, promise.
Yeah, but not good ones.
Possibly Native American. Well,
so our friend was like, "You're either getting a clown or a stripper." I'm not telling you which. I'm like, we should do a rodeo clown stripper.
Oh man. You know he's athletic. You know he's stamina. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly, but no, it's just gonna be a really good time. I'm stoked. I don't think we'll. Yes, I don't think we'll have the shenanigans or happen upon a bar that has a pool in the back with nudists, but maybe, who knows?
You make your own party.
Stories. Yeah,
the important part is that you're all naked. And,
yes.
and then you could be the party that people.
I mean, it's probably going to happen.
No. I have no doubt.
It's going to be fun.
No cameras. Everybody.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned next week for how was your day with a recap of the Bachelorette weekend.
Fuck.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Stoked.
Yeah. So stoked is a word. Yeah. Hot.
Yeah,
fanning myself. All right, yes, that's what I mean.
The Netflix debuted what might be its most shocking and binge-worthy true crime series to date. Tiger King tells the story of the rise and fall of Joseph Schreivogel, aka Joe Exotic, the charismatic proprietor of an exotic animal park in Oklahoma. But Exotic was more than just a zookeeper and a manager. He had a knack for self-promotion, positioning himself as just as much of an attraction as the close encounters with lions and tigers offered by his park. Tiger King describes in increasingly bizarre detail the complicated personal and professional life of Joe Exotic, which culminates in an elaborate assassination plot.
What are you shooting right now?
I know.
Into a fence.
Tiger.
That is fucking unhinged right now.
Yeah.
What are you doing, bro? And he's always strapped.
And it's always a revolver too.
Yeah.
It's very
grow the fuck up. Get a clip.
Old West. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not a clip. I'm sorry.
A magazine.
There's only like one or two guns that actually have what they call a clip. I apologize. That is just the
No, you're right. No, I was thinking South Central guns, not Wild West guns. So.
Most
I'm wearing a white beater. You have to forgive me.
You're fine. There are literally only two guns that have what they call a clip, and they're like a U shape. Every other gun is a magazine. Sorry.
A U shape. The barrel would be like you like. I
Well,
know
no,
what
the
you're talking
gun
about. I
is
know
not,
the
but the
magazine.
clip
I know.
is.
You know, U shape. So it's like when you shoot, it just goes right.
That's for people who want to, take it upon themselves to take their own lives. It's a specialty gun. I'm
Self
sorry.
delete. Called self deletion.
Yes, self deletion.
Yeah.
That
So,
was a shitty thing for me to say.
obviously, we have so much to talk about. I would talk about this guy for 4 to 5 hours, no problem. I would dissect every part of.
I would love to revisit
I would
this. I mean, I think there's so much we can uncover, and I want to watch all of it and have more to say about it. And don't get me wrong, I have plenty to say all the time. But
I know you do. I know you do. We can definitely look at more memes, which is
yes.
in and of itself is hilarious. That 2020, 2021 was some of the best memes ever. Because
oh my gosh, yeah. There's so much.
There's so much.
We didn't even scratch the surface of Carol
No.
Baskins. I mean, we can totally revisit this. So yeah, I will put it on our calendar, folks, for not next week, but the week after.
Absolutely.
And they won't know what that means because weeks mean nothing to our viewers.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
It's internal talk.
Exactly.
But yeah, stay tuned for that, and because it's definitely inspired a deeper dive. And I think the fun part is going to be our super active live chat. It's going crazy.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Their experiences. We can even invite people in if the people want to get drop a link, and you can tell us personally.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I'm so excited for it.
With
this is something we can laugh at. It's something we can actually laugh at without feeling bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I mean, everybody made fun of this for how long? I mean,
Yeah,
forever.
I mean, a guy died, but he was a beta. He was like a pansy, a little bit like, yes, dear.
Right.
You know.
And with that said, it
Should
is
we?
almost time for us to say goodnight because I've got homecoming plans that I've got to attend.
Oh,
Did someone ask you to homecoming?
No, my son's going to homecoming, but he wants me to go to anything but a backpack day. So he wants me to go with him.
Oh, they have Spirit Week?
It's called anything but a backpack day, and I guess that's coming up next month where you can bring anything you want except your backpack. So he's like, Mom, you want to come? And so I'm like going,
Oh, so you're gonna hold all of his shit all day?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to calm my mom into shit like that too.
I mean, we used to do Spirit Week, so that's probably part of Spirit Week there. Yeah.
It's going to be part of other fun things you have to be a part of that you're unexpected.
Homecoming is this weekend, and he's planning to ask her out. I was like, "Why are you asking out so late?"
He's a freshman, right?
Yeah.
He's a freshman?
Oh, that's why he's
Shouldn't be going
just
to
not
homecoming.
schooled yet.
Yeah.
I didn't even my freshman year. I went
didn't go to
stag.
homecoming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
there you
went
go.
to homecoming. I just went stag. I was like,
No,
fuck
he's
it, I'll
going
go
to
to the
homecoming.
And that was super popular. Like going into the high school, it was all the same area, so it was like the same people. And I
Yeah.
could have, but I just as a freshman, I don't know.
He's going to homecoming. We've got the limo bus. He's
Jeez,
It's gonna
Louise,
happen
that's
four,
for
it's gonna happen.
prom
So
for
this
people.
happens 4 times in his life, plus the other kid, plus the other kid, and the other kid. Fuck.
What do you do for prom? Have you had a prom yet?
What do you do for work?
no, not yet. Homecoming is still.
I mean, prom. Oh shit! I didn't even change. Jesus Christ, we have done, folks. Obviously, this is a recorded show. We have done 2 shows, and it says Sam AM and Sky. She's not here tonight. Or she,
Oh,
nor-
and look at us, your
she be-
competent co-host telling you that that's a good thing to do.
Fine. We're good. I just noticed that now. Well, you know what? It's
Yo,
somewhat.
Let
This
me
is
get the
live
chance
on
right
tape.
now. Let me get the chance right now to say, "What's up, Sky?"
She was so fun to have on the show. I really enjoyed
was
having
awesome.
her with us. She really, I'm sure she would do it again with us. She was so much fun. We had so much fun. We
Yes.
didn't go to bed till 5 a.m.
I bet you guys were giddy.
We had a fun Dave actually we had a sleepover. Dave was like, you guys go to bed, and he tucked us in and he slept upstairs. And then we
Dave?
laughed. He was so sweet. He's like, you guys, he's like, we're not gonna make Skylar. I mean, back in the day when I was single, Skylar would spend the night, after going out, and we'd
Whatever.
we'd have a sleepover, and he and then we went to bed and we giggled for another half hour after we went to bed. It was so
Yeah.
much fun. I mean, she's just She's pretty great. I loved having her on the show.
Blink
was
twice.
awesome.
Look at me, Sam. Blink twice if Dave is controlling you.
No, not one bit.
You sure?
Yes. Not one
Fucking
bit.
you in is like crazy.
No, it was so cute. He goes, "Okay, you guys need to go to bed. It's 5
He's always
a.m."
telling you what to
No, we were
He's
like,
like
we need to
time
fucking go to
Nazi.
bed. No, and he gave up his spot in the bed so Skylar didn't have to sleep on the couch
Nice.
or in Alex's room.
Aw.
You know, have you ever seen that like reel or whatever where
I do
it's
that.
like my mom and her best friend had a girls' night. Now my dad's, feeding them snacks and tucking them in. That's pretty
Definitely.
much how
I
that works.
definitely, yeah. She gets the spectrum, like, what do you guys want? I want you to have the
Exactly.
most fun tonight, so you can leave me the fuck alone later. And you
It was
know?
really sweet. It was so cute. But he heard us laughing, he said, and he got like halfway down the stairs. He's like, I'm not going to interrupt that. They're having a good time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we were fucking idiots. It was so much fun.
Somebody has to tell you. I'm just kidding. Dave should have definitely dropped a hammer on you a little harder. And like, go to fucking bed. Go to
No,
fucking
he
You,
stayed up
that
an
room
hour
over there.
after we went to bed.
bed.
But it was fun. It was a good time.
Awesome.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
she's a cool chick, and she can come back whenever she wants to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
it was-
cannot wait to hear the aftermath of
And you
what happened.
and Rose and Mela and Skylar, we should take the week off. You should have 2 co-hosts, and you can do the what's the kid's name?
Gabriel Fernandez.
Him.
Right?
You can do Gabriel.
Yeah, they're
with-
all about it.
Skylar's like they're both so into it.
I know.
You
I'm
should
like,
definitely do it with them. For real.
Yeah. So awesome.
That way,
Well,
I
you guys-
won't feel compelled to like fight with you about anything. You know?
Here's
No,
the thing.
you know what? We have to fight. That's the whole thing about us.
AC,
We all have to
we
It's
fight.
okay to
need
not
to-
fight one day. It's okay to not
we
fight.
we need you on the show to give a different perspective of what we're saying. I mean, don't get me wrong. I had to play you when Dave was on the show because he wasn't fucking doing it.
I
but
was swelling with pride as I watched. I was like,
but I'm like, hey, let me play devil's advocate here. But if we had Rose, Skylar, and Mela on the podcast, there
and
would
we're on
be
the other side.
we'd be like, we'd have to come in and play devil's advocate.
No, I won't. No, I would love
We
to
just
see
want a love fest.
a love fest with Rose, with 2 people that love her back and agree with her explicitly. That's what I want. So then she can be like, at the end, she'll be like, "Oh my god, I'm so sugary sweet," you know, like you're having a fucking.
But then we'd have to pop her cherry the next week and be like, fuck you.
It's like holding on to a nut for a while. By the time we get back to it, she's gonna pop like a fucking, you know,
Or
hit her with something hard.
you could get the blue ball, so you never know.
Some call it edging. Some call it blue balls. It's actually
You never
desirable at times. It's actually desirable at times. You got to build it up a little bit, you know.
Well, in true Friday fashion, this show has really gone off the rails,
Happy
which
Friday,
I
everybody.
love. I mean, this is it's going to be a great weekend, and this has been a really fun show, and I can't wait to revisit it in a couple weeks.
Yes. So everybody have fun this weekend. Be safe, and we will see you on Tuesday. Peace, everyone.
Monday.
Have a
Oh,
great
yeah.
weekend. I'll see you on Monday.
Monday.